I've never met so many Irish people.
It looks like someone's chucked a matchstick model aeroplane into a ceiling fan.
So either you have some kind of neurological problem, or you are being paid.
They were 352 telephone books long.
I mean, that doesn't sound that big.
Yeah, of course.
As the sun dips below the mountain peaks and the temperature drops from 15 to 13 degrees Celsius, it's time for us to... I mean, come on.
Last week I was in Andermatt and it was boiling. It was boiling hot. Middle of January. And I said to the mountain guide, I was like, this is weird, isn't it? And he looked at me and went, no, this is... I was thinking, shut up, mate. I've been doing seasons since I was 9. This is... Weird and war... Anyway, sorry, continue, because that was funny.
No,
15 to 13 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
Really made me laugh.
No, let's stop it there, because that was the main observation. But anyway, we've gone back to our podcast... Log cabin, I forgot what we call it, but anyway, Log Cabin Podcast Studio. That's right, for another edition of the Upper Egg.
Yay!
Oh no! Quickly, everyone, get your tiny little violins out, because somebody's a little bit poorly and they've been complaining about it all over Instagram. What's happened?
Shut up.
What have you got? What is it?
You can cry at my funeral and go, bloody hell, I took the piss out of that lung cancer, and actually he's pretty bad.
I did think you were going to die, actually.
You do sound croaky. You
Remember when I had the... Were we recording? No, we'd not started. Mate, last summer, I had the... Well, most people called it the 100-day cough. I had it for 209 days. It was awful. That cough.
Yeah, you were ill.
And this cough has made me realise how bad that one was as well. Reminded me.
Reminded you? Oh, right. I was going to say, is it not?
So there we go. So, hang on. You know I got my big break going on the natural selection tour in Andermatt.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Well, I ruined that. I ruined that by getting the lurgy and not being able to do the links for the actual show.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
You still get paid?
Well, I kind of feel a bit sheepish asking to be paid, because it's like, hey, can I get paid for the work I didn't do?
Yeah, but listen, you turned up. It's not your fault you were ill. And if you were in any other profession, if you were on a full-time job, you would have been paid for your sick pay.
Wait. What was this for, Tim, again? What was this for?
I was hosting the natural selection tour duels battle in Andermatt with Starley Sandbach and Tor Lundstrom.
Yeah, because I was watching bits of that and I thought, oh gosh, I didn't want to be nego, but the snow did not look...
No.
15 to 13 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
actually, I don't know what it was, but
tip-top.
And so it wasn't great. It was quite low tide. I mean, I've got to be careful what I say, because actually the duels battles haven't been edited, so...
Yep, so you never know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. You'll see what comes out in the edit. Won't have my voice on it. But...
Oh, mate.
Have you got a Lemsip or something?
I have got a Lemsip on the go right now.
Good job you're not. Good job you're not competing, because that wouldn't be allowed.
But let me wrap a bow on this, because actually, the Natural Selection Tour crew with Liam Griffin, Scott Barber, Adam the photographer,
did they just
Sharon the other filmer, gentlemen, absolute gents. I had a wicked week. I really did. It was an amazing time. Get to peek behind the curtain a little bit, because I know we always froth out about the Natural Selection Tour and we love it when it comes out, and it was really nice to kind of, like I say, peek behind the curtain and basically meet the guys and see how it's all done and put together. I was a bit gutted, but we'll see. I'm going to record some voiceovers.
What was the most surprising thing, like, about someone or something? Or...
I think just how normal they all were. It's like the imposter syndrome, isn't it? It's like, oh, hang on a minute, this is the pinnacle of competitive snowboarding, the naturals. Well, it depends on how you look at it, but it's basically the pinnacle of competitive snowboarding in my eyes. This is the biggest contest. It's the one that everybody wants to win, and it crowns a snowboarder, doesn't it? The natural selection door. So to be accepted into the fold and be thought upon as when it comes to presenting as one of those people that can help deliver that kind of huge contest.
That's a wicked.
For me, I was really honoured and really stoked. And so I had a massive dose of imposter syndrome going in. But then just chatting to the guys and throughout the course of the week and realising how many people and friends we all have in common, and we did seasons and the crossovers, and when I was living in America they would have been visiting the same resorts, and so it was quite nice. And I think for them it was also they were quite stoked. They were like, bloody hell, Tim isn't actually a kook.
I mean,
he kind of shut up.
They were not saying.
No, I
bet you had them
like,
laughing.
oh wow, Tim's done a lot. He's been around the block and he's done this and that. And I think for them it was they kind of could relax, because it's kind of, I guess when you're told, hey, a British kid's coming along to
it's
come
the
and...
British thing, right? That's what it is.
It is. It's the same when you're competing though, but that's like handy at the beginning, because they're just like, British kid. Whereas for you,
she'll be rubbish.
Yeah. Whereas for you, you don't want that. You want it the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh well. I hope you get well soon. Thanks for soldiering on for this episode.
No, you whelks. I wanted to come on actually because I wanted to say one thing that actually flights to Zurich with Swiss Air. I know I banged on about this, but you get a free board bag.
He said, are you being paid for this? You've said this about 5 times. So either you have some kind of neurological problem or you are being paid. I want to know which one it is. What is it? Are you okay?
I'm being paid by Swiss Air. No, I'm not. So flying, and then from Zurich, it's an amazing train. And Andermatt, okay, the snow was pants, but oh my God, that resort. If you got good snow in that resort, skiers and snowboarders, turn up your volumes, get to Andermatt.
I think I've stayed in one of is it that really cool hotel with all the
Radisson. No. I was going to say Radisson's not really a cool hotel. We stayed in the Radisson.
Oh
hotel.
no!
They've built a whole brand new. They've built a whole brand new like Alpine village down at the bottom that they're trying to make look dead nice.
Oh no, totally.
They
not.
don't scrape the snow away because they want it to look like cute and they want it to look like a snow mountain village. Kitsch, thank you. But unfortunately, it just turns to sheet ice. It's the most dangerous walkways anywhere in the Alps, in between the hotels.
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's my tip for this week. Get yourself to Andermatt, hidden little gem in the southern Swiss Alps with brilliant, brilliant terrain.
Yeah, if the snow's good.
Where did I go?
Where did you go?
Oh, yeah, where did you go? You sort of dropped this, photo, and I was like, oh, fuck, she's somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, where am I? And then I forgot to then actually tell people where I was.
Yeah, I saw that. Christ.
So loads of people were guessing, and then I just was like, oh yeah. And a few days later I was like, oh I know there's probably still guessing. But anyway, but yeah, no, come on, you can guess. Loads of people got it right in the end.
Well, the only picture I saw of you was... Oh, no, yes, no, you did share... Oh, God, yeah, no. I'm just trying to recall the picture
Spain.
in my mind.
I said it's near Spain.
Yes, you said it was near Spain.
Andorra.
Yay! And, wow, that place is also lacking in snow. And
That's interesting, because they've been battered with a whole bunch of storms recently, haven't they?
Andorra did not have much snow, but it didn't matter for what I was going there for, because I was covering a story for Ski Sunday. Woohoo!
Whoa!
Do you know what? It was rad because it's. Have I got time to explain, or do we need to crack on?
No, sorry. So moving on. Don't ever apologise on this podcast.
Yeah, go on. I want to know what it is.
What you're doing. We want to know.
Tease it so people do actually tune in. And when can we see it?
Lovely, lovely lady Ellie. She has just, in the last, I think it's even last year or so, she was an actor in Hollyoaks, in case you're wondering, and is now has just learned to sit ski.
Oh, sick.
And she in the dome, so up at like Chill Factor or Factory, you're meant to say. I didn't
Chill
know
Factor
that.
E.
Yeah. I had to really get my head around that. Anyway, so she was learning to sit ski there, and we went up to chat to her about how that was going and everything like that, and meet her, and she is the loveliest girl ever. And it was really cool to see her progressing, but then we cottoned on that she'd never been to the mountains. She's never been to the mountains. She's just started learning to sit ski when she was like, well, I'm not going to let being in a wheelchair stop me. And I want to give it a crack. And I was like, okay, right. So when are you going to go to the mountains? I was like, oh, we're going to go in February, January, February time. And I was like, oh, can we come and follow you out there and see, imagine witnessing someone's first time going to the mountains.
Oh
so
my God.
Was it a disaster?
Well, it wasn't, but it wasn't like, like the grand reveal of like these beautiful snowy capped mountains.
We've spoken about it not that long ago about like when you first see mountains for the first time, like you arrive in the bus in the dark and then you get out in the morning and you're like, wow. Was it just disappointing?
but I was like, she thought it was amazing.
Oh, okay.
She thought it was amazing, and I was in the back of my head. I was thinking, no, it's way more amazing than this normally. Like, because,
God,
because there was
you
like,
didn't say that though, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. There was more snow on the ground normally and everything like that, isn't there? But we had to start at the tarmac roads where there's no snow still, and went up the lift to even get to the snow.
Oh right,
yeah. So that was the only sort of bit that was a bummer, but. Once she got on the snow and she had this new larger sit ski and she was trying snow for the first time. Oh, guys, it looks so hard. It looks so hard to sit ski. I don't know if you've ever tried it. I feel like we should.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't mind giving it a bash just to see how.
Yeah,
difficult it
but
is.
going from being on the snow, in the snow domes to then real snow, you could really see that there's quite a difference for her. And then. Anyway, so I was out there to, interview her and feature, sort of tell her story and things. And I felt, I loved it. I had a really good time in that respect to see how that unfolded for her. I was gutted about the snow, but I tried my best to hold that in.
Oh, man. Well, it sounds like you had a good time. You've both
Andorra,
been out
though, Andorra, I've never met so many Irish people in my life.
Oh, well, you know what they say.
Well, in
Irishman... Well,
can we mention? Did we mention? No, I'm trying to think when this is. X Games.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it? Did you see it?
I watched majority of it, but no, I say majority. I watched all of the women's
alongside all of the world's firsts that were being thrown down in pretty much every discipline, from the ski. What was it? Ski 2340, a snowboard. Backside 2340, so that's 6.5 rotations.
it was mad.
Yeah. Zoe Sadowski-Synnott in the women's big air put down switch backside 1260 into backside triple cork.
It was rad. That was so rad. So,
for gold.
And for her to get that to come back after everything with a ankle, is it? And then I was like, she must have been so pumped. And
she's going to take some beating, Zoe Synnott. And of course, friend of the podcast, Mia Brooks.
Yeah,
Ray.
do you know what? I know she didn't. I know people were maybe thinking, she's going to get a gold or she whatever, but she rode so frigging well in that big air as well. Like the 14, like flat.
My God.
Her flat 14, isn't it? That's what she did, and I just think it looks so rad. And
did you see her? This is quite interesting as well. She was on social media before that as well, and I found this quite interesting. She said that she was scared of the jumps. They were so big. Or was that Eileen Gu?
No, I don't think Mia said that.
I'm sure Mia said they're massive.
Oh, there was a Daily
something.
Mail article about something around that. I haven't read it, but she was saying something about it being scary.
Yeah, I think she said the jumps were scary and big. They all did, but Eileen Gu as well, the skier, she said that they were massive. They were massive, those jumps.
Yeah, they were massive.
Oh, my God.
Do you know how big they were? Like, as in comparison? Do we know the answer?
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah. They were 352 telephone books long.
I mean, that doesn't even sound that big.
You're a douche.
Such.
I don't know how
was
big,
so
but they were
excited,
massive.
yeah.
You just look at the size of them. They were doing 23 40s on them.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
big they were.
I know,
So,
but
yeah,
it's hard.
X
It's
Games.
hard
X
to tell.
Games
It's
is
hard
good.
to tell, isn't it? Just from the stuff that you watch and the stuff that you see. It's the same as like I remember the first time I saw a football pitch in a stadium, and in your head, after you've seen it on TV, do you know what I mean? You're just like,
Yeah.
oh right, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Hey,
so
look,
that's X Games. Yeah.
Yeah, good one on the X Games. But we are here to answer some questions and messages. We have had loads of them through, so and we've basically neglected them over the last few weeks. So it's probably quite a good time for us to start answering some, don't you think?
Go on, let's do some questions.
Well, I have prepared a little something actually. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, here we go. So many questions I want to ask, like how do I look cool in the park? Like how many spins is a 2340 and is like in short white really that naughty? I don't know the answer to any of them, but I know some people who might. Jenny, Tim and Ollie, please give me an answer so I can at least sleep at night. I need an answer to my question. I need an answer to my question. Give me an answer to my question. An answer to my question. I've left a voice note or sent a message. I've also sent
It's a bit long, isn't it?
Just give me an answer to my question.
Cut it now.
Please. There you go. Our new jingle for the question and
When
answer.
did you, Ollie, when did you do that?
I absolutely love that.
Literally 10 minutes before we started recording. I'm not even joking. Right, okay, so we do have some questions and some voice notes. Let's start off with
Ollie, I love that. Thanks for doing that.
That is just, yeah.
That is so sick.
Oh, you're
absolutely
welcome. You're most welcome. I'll make more. But do you remember Wiggo? He did the snowboard-a-thon. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The snowboard-a-thon, yeah.
He's been in touch with a message for us. Here we go.
Come on, Wiggo.
Hang on.
Hi guys, Wiggo here, reporting in from the Alps with
Nice.
the whole Wiggo team out in Morzine with the shovel crew. Been up the hill today, been lovely, Bluebird Day, and we've all had a fab time. Happy New Year to you and all of the Après people. Hope you're having a fab time. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, that's
Come
nice, isn't it? Also, he sent that on December 31st. That is how long it's taken us to get through to these messages.
Oh, my God. Okay, that is bad, actually.
Yeah, it is bad. But Bluebird Day, that's nice. New Year's Eve. Cheers, Wiggo. Thanks
Well
for
done,
that.
Wiggo. Morzine, Bluebird. Bit of snow.
Yeah, sounds really nice.
Oh, he's been back ages. He's probably like, oh, yeah, then.
They hate me.
We have
Not all of us, just Jenny.
We have a couple of other messages rather than just sort of questions.
Go on,
So we'll
let's hear
start with the
them.
nice ones, though. So this one's from Nige on email. He says, "Hi guys,
Nige?
you remember Nige
From
yeah.
the...
All will become clear.
Yeah.
Hi guys, just to report back, I went with your Jeremy's advice and purchased the Jones Frontier snowboard from TSA at Castleford. Just got back from 6 days in Morzine and the board handled amazing. Very solid carving on the piste, and when the snow arrived it was absolutely epic. Thanks again, you made an old man very happy. And he sent a few pics as well, and it looks amazing. I mean,
my God.
absolutely amazing. The snow actually looks great.
Oh, yes, Nige. I'm so glad you had a good time. I hope Jeremy Sladen's listening to this too.
Yeah,
he'll
because we
be
want a
happy.
commission, right?
Yeah.
We should get a commission for that, really.
We should get a commission. I don't know how much it is, but 10%'s fine. We'll take that.
That's a great one. Okay, go on then. Next.
And we have one more,
Yeah.
just nice message, not a question, but do get your brains in gear because we've got some questions on the way. And this one is from Sam Plank.
Hey guys, I hope you're all good. Loving the pod, as always. Got me very pumped for my trip out to Austria, where I now sit on the Kitzsteinhorn in Cell am See, Kaprun. And I sit here with a massive bar of Milka and a hot chocolate, looking up at the mountains, wallowing in self-pity with a very, very swollen knee. Decided to catch a toe edge whilst coming back into the half pipe, which is not a good idea on your first day. The lesson here is you're never as good as you think you are, and just because you watch the Larks Open doesn't mean you can do it too. Keep killing it, guys.
Oh, Sammy boy.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. That's going to hurt. Oh, it's just day one, by the sounds of it.
What?
Day
Yeah, was
one.
it day one? Oh.
But
Sam.
The minute I heard that, though, gave me just a huge craving for Milka. I love that stuff.
Oh,
And
my
I'm
God.
sure it's just a emulsified E-numbers mashed up with some
No
cocoa in some
way.
Swiss factory. But my
Yeah, but
God.
it's a
It's
memory
not.
of your holiday or something, isn't
It's
it?
not. It's free-range organic cows that eat the lush green
That's what the
grass
picture- yeah.
of the lower alpine slopes
Yeah.
that produce
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world's best milk, which in turn creates the world's best
I
chocolate.
have a theory that almost anything tastes good at 2,500 metres.
When you're injured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
So that was nice.
That was
I was gonna
nice.
say
Thanks for those
so
messages.
rude.
Right, we've got some actual questions though for you, both of you, because you're the experts here. Right, are you ready? This
Oh.
one is from Lynn.
Far
Here
away, Lynn.
Here it is.
Hello, me again. Just watching Ski Sunday and the highlights of the men's big air. Why do the skiers take their poles with them? They don't seem to use them for anything. Curious.
Who wants to take that one?
I can answer this.
Go on.
It is now mandatory to use poles in FIS contests. There you go. It used to be a choice, so you could drop in with or without. If you dropped in with a pole and dropped one, you would be deducted points. You had to finish or complete your run with all of the items that you started the run with. And for grabs and to make it easier, and just so you didn't drop any and they didn't get in the way, a lot of the big air riders used to ride without them. And for years, it was a contentious thing because the purist was saying that they're getting further and further away from skiing, more towards kind of inline skating. And the inline skating fraternity were going, well, it's actually easier to grab if I'm not holding a pole, so just not going to use poles. But now they've made it mandatory in freestyle ski events to use poles, so that's why they drop in with poles, even though they don't really need them.
Do you know if in judging they actually score where your poles are? When
They don't score where it is, but you're scored for style, so you've got to look good. If your poles are clanging around and banging and they're above your head and they're going all, it's normally a mark of you're a bit out of control.
Yeah.
Because I don't know this either. So Tim, could you just hold both your poles in one hand if you wanted?
No.
Yeah, but you'll get knocked for style points there.
You'd get
wouldn't
knocked
you?
for style
I don't know.
points.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, okay.
There's a
Just put 'em in a
beautiful.
Put them in your backpack. I was going to say the same.
Yeah, put them in your backpack. Ed Lee had the world's best analogy at the Sochi Olympics for men's halfpipe skiing, and I can remember it this day because he rendered me useless for about 10 minutes because I was laughing so hard.
I know
we
it,
were
I know
chatting
it.
about
I
freestyle
remember
skiing and we
this.
were chatting about poles, and Ed said live on the BBC, he said, the thing is with freestyle skiing, it's beautiful, and when done correctly, it looks like a work of art. You've got a blur of poles and skis crisscrossing, making these intricate shapes in the air. He said, but when people get it wrong, it looks like someone's chucked a matchstick model aeroplane into a ceiling fan. I couldn't
he
talk.
must have prepped that.
I
must
couldn't
have done.
talk.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
good.
it was great.
Oh, I
Big
love that.
Eddie, Big Eddie.
Oh, yes, we had a
there we go. That's
repeat.
freestyle skiing with poles for you.
That was
Yeah,
a great
good.
answer. Well done, Tim.
Brilliant answer. It sounded informed, which it was. Okay, try this one for size. Mark Cordoner has been in touch. He writes,
Hello,
hi,
Mark.
guys. Hi, Mark. Hi, guys. I have a question for the pod. Well, here we are. I would do a voice message to keep Jenny happy, but my throat is destroyed from a week in Meierhofen singing Schlager songs and enjoying plenty of cold Zillertal beers. My question is that with us experiencing such warm winters now, the snow coverage being so low, even in January, had some days last week of 10 degrees, and X Games saying they are planning for the future, how much future does winter sports have, and do you think they will adapt to create fake snow to maintain events well into the future when the natural snow is impacted? Sorry for the long question and negativity, but I'm intrigued as to what you guys really think. Love the pod, thumbs up emoji. Oh man, Mark.
me again.
Well,
These are big
it's
questions.
it's not full on negativity, is it? It's kind of reality.
Yeah, well, this is. I always feel like this is the question that's always sort of like nagging me in the background. And we've had who do we have on from POW? I completely forgotten. Lauren. We had Lauren on from POW, and we had the discussion there. And isn't it the constant dilemma of people that love going out to the mountains and love skiing is that what you are doing is contributing to something which is actually deteriorating the sport. What is the answer? I don't know. I mean, you both.
No, but his actual question was, what do we think the resorts are going to do?
No, he says like, will they adapt to create fake snow?
Oh yeah.
And when the future of natural snow is impacted, and you just kind of think, well, we shouldn't get to that point. We should not let it get to that point. But already that's happening, isn't it?
Well, okay. From a competitive point of view, you look at, say, let's just use competitive snowboarding. Freestyle snowboarding. Well, it's pretty much all of it. Every bit of the mountain used for freestyle is all man-made. The half pipe is man-made snow. It's blown snow. There used to be a time when you would build the ditch in the summer, and in fact, a lot of them do have land works, but they used to make snow. They used to make old half pipes out of snow, but now they blow them in ice and. They last a lot longer, and they shave them and they maintain their shape better. Again, snowboard parks, they do a lot of land works in the summer to build the mounds, but predominantly there's a lot of ice that goes into making these jumps, so they are all artificial anyway. So Sochi, for instance, was all blown snow, wasn't it, Jen? It was so icy. It was absolutely bulletproof ice.
Yeah.
But then you look at Kerr, the Big Air, the World Cup Big Air. It's an inner city Big Air, but it's part of the World Cup circuit. It's a World Cup sized jump built on scaffolding. The first half of the run-in is Dendex, and then it turns to snow, and then it's a snow landing. But you look at, for instance,
but that's all blown snow?
It's blown snow as well. Yeah, there's nothing natural about it.
Yeah.
So.
But do you
can ski jump onto grass now?
Yeah, but do you not need a certain temperature to be able to blow snow in the first place? So it's got to be at a certain level.
You do, yeah.
So I mean, look, I'm not saying that we'll get to a point where that will become impossible. I think there's always going to be places where you can do that and the temperature will be right for it. But I mean, I suppose. The thing that gets me is that I see what you're saying from a competitive side.
Yeah, but if you're talking about people that are going on that, going skiing, want to enjoy free riding or want to go, I don't know. But that whole dilemma of like blowing snow and making artificial snow and all that kind of thing, how detrimental is that also contributing? And that's something I don't know the answer to. But I'm gonna have to find out.
Well, yeah, and we've already this season that resorts have closed that haven't been able to get enough business in, aren't getting good enough snow, it's not consistent enough. These kinds of things are happening. Yeah, and it's awful. It's going to just be more and more. It's going to happen more and more. I urge you to listen to our Lauren McCallum episode. It's a very good one, and you'll learn even more there. Do that, Mark, because we don't have.
I'm going to ask Lauren about the artificial thing as well. So. Watch this space. Maybe I'll come back.
It's if you're using green energy, and storing the water on mountain reservoirs to make the snow, then it is okay. But it's the resorts that suck the water straight out of mountain rivers and just plug the snow blowers into the 240-volt 3-pin plugs. They're the ones that are going to be doing the damage. But you've got resorts like Lax uses a lot of renewable energy.
Yeah.
I heard in the States what they're going to do is they're going to use this special plumbed-in. I don't know how it works, but this big plumbed-in system, and they're going to stab it into the heart of Donald Trump and suck out his soul because it's fucking ice cold.
Yes.
I really wish I hadn't laughed at that, but that was quite funny for you.
Right, I've got another question. Tank
Go on.
Reed. Here we go. You two should know the answer to this. Maybe you won't. Hail, always enjoy the chat from the Log Cabin Podcast studio. You're welcome, Tank. A question for you all. Do you have any top tips on visiting the Olympics next year as a spectator and not paying £1 bazillion to do it? Cheers.
Oh, but I know actually though, has he even checked? Is it he or she? Who's this Tank?
This is Tank. It's a them. Let's say it's a them. I don't know if it's a he or she.
Then I don't think it is going to be a bazillion, especially because it's in Italy, you know?
I don't know. I've bought a slice of pizza in Italy for about €15 before.
Oh, but compare that to some of the other places you could be buying pizza. No, I think it's all right. Well, my very first answer to that is no, I do not know enough yet. The only times I've been... it's been costs have been covered, yes,
by licence fee payers.
Well,
by taxpayers.
The first time it was people that's fund TGV.
Lottery. It was lottery
funded accommodation. But to be fair, they hadn't quite finished our accommodation when we first arrived in Sochi. They were still putting the road up when we got there. So, but anyway, and then the other times we haven't. So let me explore that. I'm going to explore that. Can you give us a chance to get back to you on that one, Tank?
Well, you can. Although you've only got 3. Well, according to the website, I'm not sure this is right. 400 days, 22 hours, 26 minutes, and 38 seconds. No, 372 days, 22 hours, 26 minutes, and 34 seconds.
I'm going to say it's going to be really expensive. They were going to try and claw back some of their money somehow. They want to sell tickets to get people to go and watch it. I don't think there's a cheap way to go and do the Olympics like you can do. Saying that, the Summer Olympics, you could go to Paris.
Yeah, I don't
you
think
can choose where you stay.
Yeah.
But, you're going to have to buy a lift pass to get up the hill.
Are you?
Well, yeah, of course you will. You have to buy a lift pass to get up a hill anyway, don't you?
Yeah, but what if they're down at the Big Air? Might be down at the bottom.
Maybe. I don't know where they're holding the Big Air.
Yeah.
I've just been looking as well.
But if the Big Air will be in an arena.
No, No, I know this. It's in the same place as the slopestyle, and I'm sure it's like nearer the bottom. I know that they're in the same vicinity because I was like, oh right. But the other thing you've got to decide is if you're going for skiing and snowboarding, whatever. Are you going at the beginning of the Olympics or at the end? Because the events are always, I'm pretty confident of this because I had a quick look at some of it, that they're like the Big Air will be at the very start and the slopestyle will be at the very end. So you're not going to want to stay for 2 weeks. So you're going to have that dilemma of, do I go for Big Air or do I go for slopestyle or do I go for ski,
Well, he might not have the opportunity to have that dilemma because the draw for tickets for the February purchase is closed already.
Oh.
So, but they're reopening the sales in April. But the draw is like you get the choice, right? And then it's first come, first serve in April.
Oh,
so that'd be interesting to see.
Have you just read up on that, Ollie? Well
yeah,
done.
just looking at it now on tickets.milanocortina2026.org. There you go. Right, we have that was a good answer, guys. We've got one more question.
Go.
This one has come in from Stefano. I'm going to try and pronounce your surname, Stefano. It is Falsagili. That'll do. Sorry, Stefano. He'd know the answer to the Italian Olympics, wouldn't he? I hope you're Italian, Stefano. Otherwise, I just offended you and all of your family. Right, here we go.
Hello, I've been listening to the pod. I think it's fantastic. Me and my wife are currently in Avoriaz, and it's pretty sick. I was just wondering, we're looking to go on a little trip, me and just the wife, without our little 4-year-old who's currently with us. We're wondering if you have any suggestions of a good place to go for like 4 days of snowboarding. Love to hear your thoughts. I love the pod and I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.
Stefano sounds like he's got some wedge.
Yeah, he's just taking his 4-year-old out skiing, and he's like, "Yeah, I just want me and the
I'm
wife 4
joking,
days."
Stefano.
I'm not.
I didn't get a hint of Italian accent there either.
No, yeah,
That.
no Italian accent. But Italian heritage, he can have that.
4
That's
days, so he's 4 days.
Well, flying into Geneva and somewhere near there, that'd be easiest, wouldn't it?
Did he say he
Or
was ski?
alternatively, you
or
can
go
fly
on the
into
snow
Zurich
train?
with Swiss.
Or snow train. Snow train.
Train Tandemat.
Yeah.
It depends on snow. It depends
Yeah.
on snow, is what
Yeah.
I'm going to say. Do you know what, right?
What do they
if
want
you've
as
never been to
well?
Lax in Switzerland, Jenny will back me up here. Not the cheapest. Let's lose money because it's expensive wherever you go. I would, if money's no object, I would go to Lax in Switzerland. You can fly into Zurich and get the train. The train is super quick, super easy. From Zurich up to Lax, you can get a bus, which is super easy. But crucially, and here's the rub, the resort of Lax is so brilliant for snowboarding. You can ride all over the mountain. There's hits everywhere. You can go up to the glacier on the top. It's not mega steep. You don't get the moguls that a lot of other resorts get because it's not as steep. And you just guaranteed a good time. There's little jumps. There's tiny little jumps. There's a mini half pipe. And also there's a big jumps and a big half pipe. And more often than not, there's some really good guys and girls there. So you can park up with your picnic and watch the good guys get some sweet air and the girls get some sweet air.
Does Stefano want free riding though? Powder riding? I don't know, Ollie.
No, I
So
didn't
that's
specify.
an option. Yeah, is he skiing or snowboarding as well? I don't know if
I
that's...
think it's snowboarding. I think
He
it's
said snowboarding.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know heaps about it. I'm just going to go with, because we went last year, Tim, didn't we?
If you say Alaska,
well, of
Go
course,
on.
but it's not for 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I thought Val Thorens looked pretty cool for terrain.
Yeah.
Also, you've got access to the Three Valleys, but I'm saying that without knowing enough about it, because obviously I would have said I'm going to say something like Teen or Lax or Saint Foy, but I say those all the time, so I'm trying to think of a different option.
My
But,
only thing is if you've only got 3 days, you want somewhere close to the airport.
Oh, okay, that's true. Sorry,
and Val
that's too
Thorens
far.
is miles away
Yeah.
from Geneva.
Yeah.
Miles. I'd go Lax.
Les Arcs is a great
Les Arcs,
one.
not too bad. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Stefano. You've got some options there. You better get on.
Oh my gosh, you're flying to Innsbruck, and then you've got
Innsbruck,
loads
I was
of,
about to say,
you've got
Nordkær.
loads of options.
Loads of options of Innsbruck.
What's
and
that?
you're in a city, so
Yes.
if it snows shit, you can just hang out in the city.
But-
it's beautiful.
Nice, yeah. It is nice.
There's
Yeah.
loads to do, yeah. And then look at the smaller resorts around Innsbruck Way, because they're not even that small. They're
No.
just, and they're great.
Yeah.
They're great for riding. It does depend a little bit what you want riding wise and what your level is as well.
There you go, Stefano. You've got all your answers. Well done for answering the questions, guys. I think that was quite good. You actually sounded very knowledgeable. That's it for another week of the Après. You can get in touch with your messages and questions or anything you like. Mountain stories, I love those. Happily read out a full mountain story if you want to do that. Best way to do it is in the email, theaprespod@gmail.com. Leave us a voice note on Instagram as well, @theaprespod. And you can leave us messages there. You can subscribe. Please do that. Subscribe, leave
Please
a review.
do.
Yeah, always leave a review. It's really helpful. Genuinely, your subscription or subscribing, whatever, when you do that, subscribership is actually very, very useful for us and very brilliant. So thank you so much for listening.
does.
And
really
we
does.
will...
Can I also add as well?
go on.
Obviously, 29th of Jan here, we're cracking through the season a little bit here as we hurtle towards Feb. Let us know where you've been. Where have you been shredding? How good was it? Was the snow good? Let us know. I'm
Great
really
question.
intrigued.
It's snowing loads now in Saint Foy.
Yeah, it's
just
puking.
saying. I think quite a few places are snowing. Is anyone going on romantic Valentine's snow ski trips? Ooh.
That'd be
Anyway.
nice, wouldn't it?
Fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I've
Email
booked
us.
The
Have you-
Belfry. I've booked the Belfry golfing. Me and Luce are going to go golfing.
I thought you were going to say you're going with someone else. Just me and a few mates. Just
We're away the week after. I've started. Do you know what? And again, we'll save this for next week's pod. But we're ski boot shopping for Lucy. Ski boot shopping. Oh, that's a minefield, isn't it?
Oh.
Anyone got any tips about buying ski boots?
I
Get
have none.
those heat molded ones so you get the footbeds. 100%.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, and I'm not even a proper skier.
No, but you can shred. I've seen you on skis.
Hey, shh, I'm going to say that.
Go on.
Joking.
No, not yet. Ollie, she skis. She
Wait,
skis really
have
good.
we emailed?
Yeah, I bet.
Have we given people the email? I'm like, checking.
theaprespod@gmail.com.
There we go. There
It is.
My
We'll see you
voice
next
will be
week.
better next week.
Yeah.
Jenny, her ski tails will be here, and Ollie will have his beard shaved. Or something along those lines.
I'm not shaving my beard off, but I'll tell you about my poo.
Save it to next week.
Will you tell us about your
poo
poo?
next week. Sounds sexual. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.